2022 was a crazy year for me in Star Wars, in everything. There's just a lot of crazy changes. Let's talk about that. Hey everybody, welcome to the Dano channel. I am Dano, and I wanted to end the year with a little bit of a recap on 2022. I didn't want my last video to be that live stream from Tuesday night, which was a complete crazy mess. Apologies to anyone who was there for that. It was a lot of fun. It was the most fun. But if you want to know what happened, go listen to Thank the Maker podcast, their 2022 recap. We had my friends, Hondo Supply, Thank the Maker podcast, Princess and Scoundrel. We all hung out for a few hours and did a live stream, recapping all of their favorite things, along with some of mine from the year. And I kind of wanted to do my own Dano channel version of that. I just recap some of the amazing things that I really enjoyed throughout 2022. So let's start off with early January last year. I did a review on a gesture-controlled Neoo Pixel saber. This has become my go-to saber. It's a Revan Saber from TXQ, and this thing is amazing. It's doing a cool little... I love some of these crazy effects that it does like that. But if I wanted, I could just change the color on the fly, which is pretty standard.
Choose color profile.
And you do it by rotating. It's really cool. Oh yeah, look at that. It's got the flame going. I don't know that it's Kylo Ren's sound, but this flame effect is really cool. You notice it's going like through most of the blade there when I'm holding it upright. And as I tilt it downwards, that flame's going to get much smaller, as if I was actually holding a torch. Okay, now next up was Galactic Starcruiser, because it was seriously life-changing. Like, Galactic Starcruiser was seriously life-changing. New family was made, like new friends, like it was really cool. It was big. And so that took place in March. But the day I arrived, I arrived a day before we went to Starcruiser, and I was sleep deprived because I was working on projects and didn't sleep at all. And I took the red eye and got to Animal Kingdom.
Here's my room.
And I went on this crazy, delirious trip through Animal Kingdom.
That is a gorgeous view. That's amazing.
And I'll use the F word. It might be one of my favorite moments throughout this last year, was just how much fun I was having in Animal Kingdom.
That bird is the rudest bird I've ever seen. Look at him. He's giving everybody sass. I'm just wowed. I was just looking through this Harambe village and all this stuff, watching performers, listening to them do the drumming. It's a lot, and it's gorgeous. I feel like I've slept on this park. This is the park I've visited least out of all the Disney World parks. Just look at that fake tree they got there. And just the birds flying by. Okay, it's a lot. I love it. I absolutely love this park. I can't wait till tomorrow. I hear them. Every once in a while, I'm just hanging out in this area. And every couple of minutes, I know it's right by the Feathered Friends in Flight hut, but unrelated to that, I think a flock of macaws just flies through the sky right over to the tree, screeching, and it's just glorious. I'm gonna try and capture it because I've seen it happen 3 or 4 times, and I'm just waiting for it now, and it is amazing. How have I slept on this park for so long?
Now, on that trip, Starcruiser, of course, was such a big highlight.
I've only ever tried this once, and I'm not super confident. Does anyone feel very confident with the hut? You do.
Let's do it. I got it.
All right,
I got this.
You got this? Okay.
I got this.
Okay,
you ready?
What do we do exactly? I think
we're going to hit this one, pull this one down.
Okay, you want to pull that one?
Yeah, I'll pull this one.
Okay, and we
I think it's that one.
You think it's that one?
I'm pretty confident. Now they're blinking.
You remember when you said that you were good at this? Let's go back to that moment.
Okay.
Yeah, so with confidence, we're just going to do it together.
Maybe I'm a confident spy. Who knows?
Wow.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right.
What's the worst that can happen?
Right?
You're going to take the blame for it anyway, right? 3, 2, 1, pull!
But the biggest highlight of the Starcruiser trip for me personally was when Wraith Cole asked me to be his right-hand man during the heist.
We've been looking for the Hyanania for years. We finally found it last night. It's here. We planned this heist last night, Guy and I appreciate all of you helping. Here's the plan.
And I got to hold the Hyanania stone in the middle of the atrium. Like, I got to be a very integral part of that heist for Gaia, the Twi'lek singer.
Dano here was my right-hand man. He is actually your biggest fan, I have to say. While Ruby said she was. Is this a tour shirt of
It is.
Guy?
Galactic tour, yeah.
From the original tour.
And little did I know it then, but that set me down a completely different path I never thought I would be in. I don't consider myself a costumer, even though I have like 20 costumes. One of them is a Twi'lek. What happened?
Okay, here's the deal. Sarah set me up. I have no idea what any of this stuff is. So, I don't know what I'm looking for. Is this the most expensive? I don't know if that's the right sponge to get or not. I'm so lost. It's a good idea telling me to document this. Okay, I think this is more like it. Yeah, this is definitely more what we're looking for. I've got my makeup sponge. I've got my makeup up here in my bathroom. Just getting ready to getting ready to blue myself. Okay, so it is water reactive. You ready? Oh man, I'm gonna have to put on a couple coats just to see this. It starts. I can't. Oh my god. I'm so blue. This is the most ridiculous thing I've done in a video ever.
Okay, I didn't do my hands, but you can see my neck where I didn't do all of it. And it's a little bit on my shirt. What do you think? Actually, I think this looks pretty good. I would maybe shave. Paint eyebrows and lips a different color, but overall, I think that looks pretty good. I added the goggles. I added a few weeks after that and all the whole blue makeup incident. It was May the 4th. It was May the 4th, 2022. And so I went to the Disneyland party. It was like a Disneyland After Dark party on May the 4th. And it was just fun. It was a fun Star Wars party. I got to hang out with a lot of friends, a lot of creator friends. And I even met some people in person. Shout out to Jason and Julie Wallace, who I met that night, who are like staples here in the Dano Channel community. Every Tuesday night for the watch parties, they're always here, and they're locals. Like it's kind of cool to like meet people and see them at Mosh Eisley here in Vegas that we did, which I'll get into in just a minute. And it was just a really neat night, that specific May the 4th, and it ended kind of in a really cool way. Vimorati. Like I was walking near Ronto Roasters, and all of a sudden Vimorati's there, and she looks at me. She goes, "Oh, you," and I at this point I hadn't been to Disneyland in 6 months. I went in 2021 for Life Day, but that was like the last time I'd been. Even then, in like over a year, or since 2020, I think when I went for Life Day. Yeah, I hadn't been since like 2020, so I'd been once since 2020, and that was 2021. Then I went again for May the 4th, 2022, some 6 months later. And I had given Vimorati back at 6 months prior in November. I had given her a little medallion token that Hondo Supply makes, like a cast member appreciation, like Batuan Citizen appreciation medallion, and I'd given it to her just outside of our droid meetup because I really love Vimorati, and she's always really good. And so that was that, left it at that. And then some 6 months later, I run into her at Ronto Roasters at night, and she's like, I haven't seen you around here in a long time. And it was kind of a cool moment for me. Like it was a very special moment for me to know that in a Star Wars playground, and like I know I'm a 39-year-old man now who dresses up like a Star Wars character, but like realistically, Batu's canon, and to know that like a Resistance hero, Vimorati, like remembered me and was like, "Hey, I haven't seen you around here for a while," and like she asked me for a hug, and I was like, "Oh, it was a really special moment." I walked away from that night being like, wow, that's my Vimorati, that's my homie. And so I haven't seen her since. I haven't seen her since last year. So hopefully I run into that specific Vimorati again soon, because it was a really cool moment for me. Okay, so a few weeks later in May, was Star Wars Celebration. The end of May, Star Wars Celebration, which was really cool because I got to see all of my friends that I made from Galactic Starcruiser, got to see them again because we were all going to hang out because we were doing a thing called Mosh Eisley during Star Wars Celebration. But I kicked off my Star Wars Celebration weekend by sneaking into the Celebration convention floor before most people were, like, before the general public was allowed to. There's only vendors there. And I was like, I got a media pass, let me see what happens. And I went, and I just kind of walked the floor by myself. Pretty fun. Ooh, another really cool part was getting the first Micro Galaxy Squadron toy from the booth before anyone else publicly had one. He even told me, he was like, that you're getting the first one. No one else has this yet. I mean, they gave away plenty throughout the day, but it was still neat to know that I got the first one. Also, that night, I attended the premiere. I was at the world premiere of Kenobi episodes 1 and 2, and the whole cast was there, and we got to see the red carpet, and just being in that room was amazing. So that's another huge... I never thought I'd be at a premiere for Kenobi. I didn't know I was getting into that. And then afterwards, we went to the 501st Bash, where we're hanging out with, like, the leader of the 501st. What? Like, what world is this? And I got to see friends that I hadn't seen in forever, so the Bash was a big highlight. Now, the next day, for that Saturday, I organized a big creator meetup. So we had a lot of friends who were there. Victoria's Cantina, Ordinary Adventures, Rex and Round, Always Believe. I think they were kind of off to the side. They didn't make it to the meetup. They got stopped before they got to go to the meetup. But just a lot of friends. Anakin and his angel. Of course, Steven and Sarah. Thank the Maker. Star Wars IRL Josh was there. Like, it was really fun to have all these people that I've known through the online space meet and hang out for a few minutes. Heroes of the Halcyon, got to meet them for the first time. They're amazing. Celebration was really, really cool. Okay, guys, we are doing the creator meetup. There's people here. Look at this group. Oh my god, with the drinks and everything. Wow. I kind of want to get a close-up of this drink tray. That is amazing. You guys did such a great job.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got a bunch of people here. We've got Michael from Rex and Around was over here. Greg from Rex and Around is over there. We're going to be moving around down towards more of the meetup area. I'm looking for Ash and Brian, but I don't see them. I have no idea where they're at. I don't know where they're at. But down further, we've got a little bit of a line built up for Peter and Kitra. You can see it coming up here. We kind of got split up a little bit. We got a little bit segmented, but that's fine. But look at this line. These people are all hyped up to see Peter and Kitra. That's amazing. Look at them. Hey. Absolutely, let's get a selfie. You're going to be on a video too. Hi.
Awesome, man.
There you go. You look
on TikTok.
What's that?
White Mando on TikTok.
Nice. Nice. Good to meet you. Take care. All right, so we've got a bunch of people here lined up to see Peter and Kitra. Oh, who else is here? We've got Thank the Maker hanging out. Yeah. Everyone's here. What's going on? Hey, you guys have quite a line built up back there.
Okay, well, I just want to say thank you for organizing this because we wouldn't, like, this is all you.
This is, well, thank you. This is a lot of fun. You're a good fan. Adam from Thank the Maker. I saw there was more. I'm going to go find more people. Bye. Who's it? There's Steven. What's up? And of course, Carly's here. Hi. Say hi to everybody. What's going on?
Hi to everybody. What's going on?
I'm glad you were here.
I'm glad you invited me.
Yeah, of course. So cool. Of course. There's more people coming. There's like kind of a weird crowd we got going on. And of course, I'm here with Victoria from Victoria's Cantina. Howdy. So good to see you in real life. This is where I get my toy info from. Legit, not even kidding. Such a good critical eye for all this stuff. I love it. I love all of it. So thank you for hanging out. All right, we've got more people here. This is a nice, cool little thing going on. And of course, Anakin and his angel. Jen Marie's here, dressed like a bantha. Dressed like a bantha. You look wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for hanging out for the meetup. We've got Amanda. Hi, how you doing? It's been so good hanging out with you all this last couple days.
Yeah, it's been
so much fun.
Awesome.
And we get to hang out in real life, like in person.
Yes.
In person. And
yeah, and we've got
speaking of real life, there's Josh. Star Wars in real life. So yeah, this is
amazing today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is awesome.
But you know what? That night managed to get even better. because that same night I couldn't stay at the meetup long because we had to go get ready for our first Mosh Eisley party. Now, if you're not familiar with what Mosh Eisley is, it's a mix-up of Star Wars. It's like an after party that's like Star Wars themed, but it's mixed up with like the emo night concept, which is the things happening in a lot of major cities. They'll have like members of emo bands from the mid 2000s, early 2000s, old punk bands kind of stuff, and they come out and they DJ a set. So it's not live music, but you're literally listening to music off a laptop. But it's just like a big dance party. But we decided to throw one, like really the Thank the Maker guys and Mike at Hondo Supply came up with this idea, and they invited me to be part of it and help organize it. And it's really cool. It's like the marriage of all my favorite things. Like I grew up in the punk scene. And I mean, look, like this jacket is like a punk style jacket with patches, but Star Wars. And I've had this for years, since 2019. And so having this concept become a real thing, a real party for after Star Wars Celebration, it was so much fun. It was the coolest idea ever. And being up on stage and that kind of thing is not really my jam. I'm getting slightly more comfortable with it, but it's not my thing at all. But I still had a blast. And so much so that we threw another one here in Vegas a few months later, back in October. And in 2023, we're going big. And I'm talking like Super Bowl for nerds big. Like this is only our technically our third attempt at doing this. And we're going, I'll just say it, San Diego Comic-Con. We're throwing an after party for like the biggest nerd event of the year, San Diego Comic-Con. And we're throwing a Mosh Eisley during that. On the Friday of San Diego Comic-Con, we will be throwing downtown San Diego a Mosh Eisley party, and I am nervous. I'll be honest, I am nervous because that's huge. That's, like I said, the Super Bowl. I don't know of a bigger after party we could throw. We've done Celebration already. We're going to do more celebrations in the future if we can, if we can get there. We're going to do other conventions. We want to do MegaCons. We want to do Dragon Con. We want to do all these different conventions. But we're already going after the big whale, San Diego. So that was like the big highlight of the summer. The summer itself was pretty chill. Didn't do a whole lot. Nothing too crazy. There were some Micro Galaxy Squadron toys that dropped. More Lightsaber Forge came out. But one of the bigger highlights for me was going to D23 in September. It was just like a couple days before my birthday. And I went with one of my best friends and space sister, Sarah. And we went to Oogie Boogie Bash, which is like a Disneyland. It was California Adventure, technically. But Disneyland Resort, like Halloween party that they do. And so we went to the D23 night of Oogie Boogie Bash. But of course, we went dressed up as gender-bent Starcruiser characters. So I mentioned Gaia and Wraith Cole earlier. We kind of swapped, and I went as Gaia, and Sarah went as a Wraith Cole. Silly, ridiculous, I know. But it was just a fun, neat. It was a good weekend. Hey everybody, I'm here. Gaia is kind of here. Didn't go full face makeup because look at the skies. It's like rainy and wet-ish, and I don't want to drip purple all over everything. But we're here, and look who it is. Hi. Sarah's here.
Excuse me, I'm Aretha.
Aretha is here. My bad. Aretha Cole is here. And yeah, we're just kind of wandering around. We're just getting here. Oogie Boogie hasn't officially started till 6, so we're about an hour away from that. So there's still regular park guests mixed in. Look, I got the microphone. I did the whole thing. Purple pants. That's something I never thought I would ever wear in my life. Purple. I'm like purple, like very purple.
You're very purple.
Pants. And my face, kind of.
You're in there.
Yeah.
I see you coming off.
Oh no, it's strip it off. It was a good weekend. And we got to meet some people that from Roosevelt's, actually. We went to a Roosevelt's party then, and they're one of our sponsors for Mosh Eisley and for the whole Thank the Maker network, and now they're kind of being brought into the family too. And so that leads us into October. In October, the end of October, we threw our second Mosh Eisley party here in Las Vegas, technically on the Strip. Get a video real quick, everybody. Hello, what's going on? Hey! Awesome, you guys all look great. Like, we threw an event on the Las Vegas Strip. We've done Star Wars Celebration at this point. We did one on the Las Vegas Strip, like a block away from the Strip, in downtown. It's technically the old Strip on Fremont, which is wild to say that I've had an event where I was on stage during it's just weird to think that out loud. That like, oh my goodness, I was at a a Las Vegas event on the Strip that I was on stage for. Like, what? What is this life? And so we had a blast there. I got to meet a lot of you guys there in person. People came from all over the country to Vegas, Buckethead, to Vegas for that event. And it was really neat to see like people from all over. People who went to the first mosh in Southern California coming out to Vegas for that one.
Guys, we're closing out Mosh Eisley, but look who's here. Baby youngest. Watch it, bucko.
It's wild. And again, that was only our second one, which was amazing. And so a few weeks later, in November, middle of November, 17th, or technically 13th, when we had 2 Life Days, because for Life Day, we're doing a thing where it's observed if it's on a weekend, but if it falls on a weekday, when the official Life Day is the 17th, they observe it on the weekend before. So I went to Disneyland twice in November, last 2 times I went, and it was both for Life Day celebrations, and that I think was probably one of the biggest. It kind of capped off a great year in a really cool way.
Thank you.
Hung out with like Ordinary Adventures, my friend Nick from Bayside / Thank the Maker podcast. We hung out for a bit.
Just an observation. Affirmative. Sorry, we're on sector recon.
And we did some droid meetups, which was a lot of fun. Got to meet more of you and hang out with old friends just from the droid community, from Mubo's Droid Builder Club. It was not only that, there was new lightsabers, new protection defense light, like new Savi sabers, new merch, new creature pommels. It was really cool, like hanging out. We went to the Ogas. We, got to try new food. We sang Star Wars style Christmas carols.
Citra, are you ready to sing? Are you ready to sing your Life Day carols?
I got 2 sheets. I'm not ready.
And it was a really fun night. We got to be ridiculous in our red Snuggies, our Life Day Snuggies.
Okay, friends, I'm going full on red robes. Peter and Kitra are back there in red robe. There's a monkey lizard laughing at us. I'm here. Bobby and Nadia are here too. We're all going for it, doing the red robes. All of us.
Yeah,
there's a thumbnail right there. That's a thumbnail right there.
And it was a really cool way to cap off the year. So from all of it, like for every one of you who's watched a video, left a thumbs up, left a comment, been a part of the Tuesday night watch parties we do almost every week. I failed the last 2 weeks. Technically I was live this past Tuesday, but not for a watch party. But we will be back this next week and throughout the year every Tuesday, provided I can make it. Every Tuesday doing a late night live stream, watching something. We're doing Bad Batch next week. And again, I just want to thank every single one of you who's been a part of this community, who's been just here for it. And 2023, we've got a couple big things coming up. Like I said, San Diego Comic-Con, Mosh Eisley, it's going to be huge. We've got May the 4th in Florida. We're doing Starcruiser again. Wow, like Steven, Sarah, myself, and I'm not sure who else is confirmed quite yet, but I know we got a big group of people through the Facebook groups who are going with us, and some other people, but I just don't want to confirm quite yet. But yeah, we've got some fun stuff coming. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, for leaving a like, for listening to me ramble and go back through these memories. I hope you all have a great and safe and happy New Year. And remember, it's good night, but not goodbye. So long, friends.
And Happy New Year, bucko! Okay, I love you, goodbye.